What's going on, family? It's Pastor Andre Osborne from First Tabernacle Baptist Church. And I'm here today because I'm excited about Passion Week. I want to celebrate Passion Week with you and just give you some of the highlights of this amazing journey that Jesus takes, because a lot can happen in 7 days. Passion Week is so powerful that Jesus' 30-plus year life and his 3.5-year ministry conclude with it. Yet, even though it's only 7 days, 40% of the gospel is concerned about what happens on Passion Week. A lot can happen in 7 days. We're thankful for every miracle, every person healed, even those that were raised from the dead, as testimonies of Jesus' messiahship and his godship. But had it not been for Passion Week, the day, Good Friday, that he would pay for our sin fully and finally, we would not be here today. And so I want to just review some of the amazing things that happened during Passion Week. For starters, on yesterday, we celebrated Palm Sunday. Palm Sunday is so unique because it is the day that Jesus makes his triumphant entry into Jerusalem. It's the day that his messiahship is proclaimed. And all throughout the streets of Jerusalem, it is said, "Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord." Those along the roadside put their clothes and their cloaks, palm branches along the road, as Jesus makes his way on a donkey. What's most interesting, though, is how Jesus finds this donkey. You do realize that Jesus is in one town, he's in Bethany, and the cult is in the adjoining town called Bethphage. And yet, even though Jesus is one town away, he knows the condition, knows the location of this colt. The colt is in Bethphage. It is tied up. It has never been ridden, meaning it's unbroken. It's a wild animal. And yet Jesus says, if you go there, you'll find this colt. Tell the owner that the Lord has need of it, and they will give it to you. I want you to know that I have felt like that colt. I'm glad that even though Jesus, he's here in one place with me, he knows the condition of you and me there at home. Jesus knows what has you tied, and he knows how long you've been there, and he knows what you may be going through while you're there. That's the amazing thing about who Jesus is. Jesus gets the colt, rides into Jerusalem to shouts of Hosanna. We call this the triumphant entry, even though by Friday, Good Friday, he would be crucified. Amazing thing. After Palm Sunday is over, Jesus rests. He takes refuge in Bethany to come back to Jerusalem that very next day, on Monday. He comes and he's on his way to the temple, but while he's on his way to the temple, he passes a fig tree. The fig tree has leaves, and because he's hungry, Jesus gets closer, but upon close inspection, he finds out that the fig tree that has leaves actually has no fruit. The fig tree is guilty of false advertisement because this particular tree is meant not only to bear leaves, but fruit near or around the same time. So the fact that this tree has leaves is an indictment because it has no fruit. Yet this is an object lesson of us and our relationship with God, because you and I also can be guilty of having leaves and yet having no fruit. We can be guilty of having outward adornments or showing outward works or doing religious things, yet not having the fruit of a changed heart and a relationship with God. Ultimately, Jesus curses the fig tree and says, no one should ever eat from you again. And I wonder, when the Lord comes to inspect my life and yours, what does he find there? Will he find only outward adornments? Will he find only the signs that something should be growing there? Or will he find the fruit of a changed life? This is Passion Week Monday.